Are you tired of feeling disrespected and powerless in the face of criticism or mistreatment? In today's video, we're diving into 5 Stoic lessons that will empower you to handle disrespect with dignity and inner peace. 1. It's okay if someone is rude to you. When someone treats you badly, it's important to remember that their actions are based on their own feelings, beliefs, and experiences. That's not an attack on your character or worth. You should not take their insults personally. Instead, let it pass through you like water through a sieve. You are not defined by what other people say or do. Stoicism tells us to pay attention to the things we can change, like how we feel and respond. Don't feel bad when someone treats you badly. Keep your inner peace and calm instead. Don't forget that you can choose how to react to things happening around you. First, work on being detached. Being detached doesn't mean you don't care what other people say or think. It's more about not letting what they say or do affect your peace of mind. Remember that you are in charge of how you feel. Don't let someone else's bad mood get into yours when they are rude to you. Separate yourself from the situation and keep your cool instead. Second, work on having understanding. People often treat others badly because they are having their own problems and struggles. By showing understanding, you can see how they're acting from their point of view. This doesn't mean you have to put up with their rudeness, but it can help you deal with them with understanding and kindness instead of anger and resentment. Third, show yourself kindness. You should expect to feel hurt or angry when someone is rude to you. But instead of being mean to yourself or beating yourself up, be kind to yourself. Keep telling yourself that it's okay to be hurt, but not okay to let that hurt take over your life. Think about yourself and be kind to yourself like you would a friend. Fourth, learn how to forgive. You are the only one who gets hurt when you hold on to your anger and hatred. You can let go of the bad feelings and move on with a clear head if you learn to forgive. When you forgive someone, it doesn't mean you agree with what they did, but you choose not to let it affect your health. Mindfulness is important. It's about being in the present time without judging it. When someone is rude to you, don't respond right away. Instead, take a deep breath and pay attention to how you feel. Accept how you feel without judging them, and then decide how you want to react. Being mindful can help you deal with disrespect by staying cool and clear instead of getting angry or frustrated. You can deal with disrespect with grace and inner peace if you practice detachment, empathy, self-compassion, forgiveness, and awareness. Don't forget that you can choose how to react to things happening around you. 2. You have power over yourself, but not over other people. We all have times in our lives when we wish other people would behave differently. Some people may make us angry or frustrated when they treat us badly. Stoicism tells us that trying to control other people is pointless. We can't make people do what we want them to do because they are led by their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Stoicism tells us to pay attention to ourselves because that's something we can control. We feel stronger because this shift in focus tells us that we can stand up to disrespect. We are in charge of our own thoughts, feelings, and deeds. If someone treats you badly, don't try to change them. Instead, work on improving how you treat others. This doesn't mean you should put up with rudeness or let other people treat you badly. Instead, it means responding to disrespect in a way that is in line with your morals and ideals. For instance, if someone is rude to you, you don't have to be rude back. You can instead reply calmly and politely, which will help you keep your pride and dignity. You will not only keep your own peace of mind, but you will also set an example for other people. This idea also applies to how we feel. It's normal to feel upset or angry when someone treats you badly. Stoicism, on the other hand, tells us that we can handle our feelings instead of letting them handle us. This doesn't mean hiding or ignoring how you feel. Instead, it means being aware of your feelings, knowing where they come from, and picking how to deal with them. For instance, if someone treats you badly and makes you angry, you can recognize your anger, know that it's a normal reaction to the situation, and choose to act in a calm and sensible way. Self-improvement and personal growth also happen when we focus on controlling ourselves instead of other people. We become more self-aware, strong, and caring. 3. Look at rude behavior as a chance to learn. When someone treats us badly, our first thought might be to fight back or get angry. Stoicism tells us to stop and think about what's going on, looking for the lessons that are hidden in the problem. Being disrespected can also be a chance to get better at talking to people. It's possible that the disrespect came from a lack of knowledge or communication. We can learn to say what we think and feel in these situations in a clearer and stronger way. We can also learn to listen with more care and interest. We can react in a way that addresses their concerns and shows respect for their point of view if we understand it. This not only helps fix the problem at hand, but it also stops similar problems from happening again. It can be hard to deal with disrespect, but it's also a great chance to make ourselves stronger. When people treat us badly, and we choose to be patient and understanding, we get stronger and better able to handle it. If we want to be resilient, we have to get back up every time we fall. So when someone treats you badly, see it as a chance to get stronger. Choose to rise above the bad things that are happening and answer with good things. Remember that every problem we solve makes us stronger and better able to deal with new ones. When we are treated badly, it can also be a chance to think about how we act. Are we making the other person angry without meaning to? Are we not following their rules or values? By asking ourselves these questions, we can figure out how we can behave better. Don't forget that the point is not to blame ourselves, but to learn and get better. We can become more self-aware and aware of how our behaviors affect other people by thinking about them. When you see disrespectful behavior as a chance to learn, you turn a bad scenario into a good one for learning. It's about seeing things from the other person's point of view, getting better at talking to people, becoming more resilient, and thinking about how we act. 4. Stay cool and in charge of your feelings. Stoicism stresses how important it is to stay calm and in control, especially when bad things happen. It's normal to feel angry or upset when someone treats you badly. You could be mad, sad, or upset. Step 1 when someone treats you badly is to stop and take a big breath. Doing this simple thing can help calm your body and mind, so you can answer more thoughtfully instead of quickly. How we see something can have a big effect on how we feel about it. Stoicism tells us to look at bad things in a different, more positive or neutral way. For instance, you might not see rudeness as an attack on your person, but as a chance to be more patient and understanding. Remember that you can't change the way other people act, but you can change how you react. You can stay calm and collected by focusing on what you can change, your own actions and responses. When you're upset or hurt, be kind to yourself. Don't forget that it's okay to feel bad. How you react to them is what matters. Talk to yourself in a kind, understanding, and helpful way to practice self-compassion. Emotional strength means being able to quickly get over bad feelings. Emotional resilience can be built by regularly putting yourself in tough situations and using healthy ways to deal with them. If it's hard for you to control your feelings, don't be afraid to ask for help. Talk to a friend, family member, or mental health expert that you trust. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You can learn to stay cool and in charge of your feelings, even when someone treats you badly, by using these techniques. This not only keeps your mental health safe, but it also helps you deal with disrespect in a more productive and positive way. Being cool and collected sends a strong message to the person who is being rude. It lets them know that their actions aren't having the effect they wanted on you. This can often calm them down and make them more likely to think about what they are doing. We should always give things some time to work out, because time tells the truth. If someone insults you, you should wait and count to 10 before you try to defend yourself. This will help you calm down. One of the best ways to deal with disrespect is to stay cool and in charge of your feelings. It helps you reply with thought and help instead of acting without thinking. You can stay calm and collected even when someone treats you badly if you practice mindfulness, reframe negative situations, focus on what you can control, show yourself kindness, build emotional resilience, and ask for help when you need it. 5. Don't worry about what other people think. Just be a good person. In today's world, we often look to other people for acceptance and validation. We worry about how other people see us, what they think of us, and whether we're living up to their hopes. But Stoicism tells us that focusing on the outside world is not only useless, but it also hurts our inner peace and happiness. The Stoic way of thinking says we should worry less about what other people think and more about being a good person. To do this, we must live in line with our beliefs, seek virtue, and strive to be the best versions of ourselves. It means focusing on what we can change, our deeds, attitudes, and character, and letting go of what we can't, the thoughts and feelings of other people. Focusing on being a good person doesn't mean ignoring what other people have to say. It's normal to want to know what other people think, and hearing what they have to say can help us grow and improve. But it's important not to let other people's thoughts or views control what we do. Rather, we should look at other people's opinions as a way to improve ourselves and our deeds. If someone is being honest and helpful, we should use their feedback to learn and improve. We shouldn't let someone's opinion bother us, though, if it's based on ignorance, bias, or bad intentions. To focus on being a good person, we must also understand that we can't make everyone happy. There will always be people who don't agree with us, criticize us, or treat us badly, no matter how hard we try. But we shouldn't let other people's disapproval stop us from living in line with our ideals and becoming the best versions of ourselves. Stoicism teaches us that trying to get support and validation from other people will only make us unhappy and dissatisfied. People have power over us when we put our sense of self-worth on what other people think. We start to count on their approval, and our self-esteem gets weak and unstable. A feeling of inner peace and fulfillment comes from focusing on being a good person. We know that we are living our lives in line with our beliefs, trying to be good, and making the world a better place. When we know that our worth is not based on what other people think, but on our own acts and character, we become strong in the face of criticism and disrespect. Focusing on being a good person also means being kind to yourself and forgiving yourself. People like me and you all make mistakes. It's important to be kind to ourselves and forgive ourselves when we don't live up to our own standards or when other people criticize us. We shouldn't see these things as proof that we're not good enough or useless, but as chances to learn and grow. Getting rid of disrespect doesn't mean changing how other people act. It means controlling our own feelings and responses. We can deal with rude people with grace, wisdom, and inner peace if we remember these 5 Stoic rules. Always keep in mind that you are in charge of your own feelings and deeds.